What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are continuing with the Zodiac challenge. If you haven't seen part one, I basically covered the first half of the Zodiac, starting with Aries and ending with Virgo. And so for today's video, we are going to be finishing up starting with Libra. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and start with Libra. I love Libras. I feel like Libras and Geminis, we're kind of like the same person, but just born on different occasions, you know? Like, Libras are all about balance, and, you know, Geminis, we kind of share that same, like, view on life in a sense of we see both sides to things. So I can always chat it up with a Libra, and we're usually gonna have something in common with each other. But yeah, Libras, they're very romantic. So I decided to give them like a more grown woman look, but with like a Victorian twist, if that makes sense. Like, I've been watching a lot of Vampire Diaries lately, with Rebecca and Klaus. I think it's the originals. I actually finished the Vampire Diaries, but I'm currently watching the originals. So Rebecca was kind of my inspo for this sim. Like, I love the floral skirt, and I actually ended up adding some lace gloves, but I love this look. It's just very romantic and sensual. I wanted to go with this for Libras because I feel like Libras, they just have they're very mature, which is kind of where I think the judgmental stereotype comes from. So like, yeah, with the vampire thing, I feel like this sim, she's been here before, so she has a different outlook on life, you know. But this is Libra. She turned out to be super cute. I love her so much. Next up, we have Scorpio, my moon sign. Now, this was actually fairly easy coming up with Scorpio's aesthetic. These are my October babies, my Halloween babies. We all know Scorpio's spirit color is definitely the color black. But I'd actually decided to give Scorpio some color, you know. And y'all know me, I was actually scrolling through Instagram, and Aaliyah was actually my inspiration for this sim. I don't know if she's a Scorpio or not, but her style definitely screams Scorpio for me. At least the aesthetic that I was going for. It's kind of like a gothic chic aesthetic, but I loved how this Scorpio came out. I feel like it really matches their personality. Scorpios, we can be a bit mysterious, so I feel like we use fashion as like our defense mechanism, you know, like we use our style to speak for us so that we don't have to, you know. And I think because of this, Scorpios can seem a little intimidating because we're somewhat closed off. But what people don't realize is that even though Scorpios might seem a little like to themselves, we're still water signs. So we're very in tune with our emotions. You know, you just got to get through that shell that we often put up. But this is how Scorpio turned out. I love this aesthetic on them. This was super easy for me, super quick. And she ended up looking just like Aaliyah. Like, I'll put a picture, a side-by-side picture, and she looks just like her. Like, the outfit matched to the T. But this is Scorpio. I really liked how they looked. And yeah, Sagittarius. Oh my God. Sagittarius is literally like one of my favorite signs. Like, my sister is a Sagittarius. My best friend is a Sagittarius. Like, I always find myself meeting a Sagittarius. Like, we just get along so great. I don't know why. Like, I know some people look at them as terrorists, but I don't know. Sagittarius, y'all are right with me. I feel like Sagittarius are very free. Like, I love how outspoken they are. I feel like, you know, we all have a purpose in this life, or like something that we're going towards. And I feel like Sagittarius, all they want is freedom. Like, they all strive for freedom. They're not really the type to like have a boss or like, you know, take authority very well. So I decided to go with like a skater boy aesthetic, but with like a Hypebeast type of twist, if that makes sense. Like, she got the babes on. I love how she turned out. Like, I wasn't going for makeup with this sim. I wanted her to be a little bit more tomboyish, but I actually ended up giving her some makeup, and I loved the outcome. Like, she just looks so good to me. Like, she's definitely a lesbian. She's all about her pride and like her freedom. I feel like she lives like in California somewhere, and she definitely goes to the skate park. Just my optimistic Sagittarius. Next up is Capricorn. Now, I did misspell Capricorn, but I noticed it later, and like you'll see me correct myself later on and spell it correctly. But I only know one Capricorn woman. She's actually my gay daughter, so shout out to my daughter. But yeah, Capricorns, y'all know how to make some money, okay? Y'all are very like goal oriented. Like, I would say y'all share that same work ethic as like the Virgos. But honestly, I feel like Capricorns are more likely to get their work done. You know, like Virgos, I feel like that perfectionism can hold y'all back sometimes, but a Capricorn usually always achieves what they set their mind to. Now, for this sign, I did decide to go for a more relaxed fit. Capricorns, I feel like they prefer comfort over fashion. You know, these are my winter babies, so I feel like the Vagabond aesthetic was perfect for my Capricorns. Like, I just think of New York when I think of Vagabond. Like, lots of layers and big oversized coats. I think this style is very fitting for a Capricorn. I actually love this style in real life, so this was pretty easy for me. I love her hair, and I even added this beanie. Now, I know Capricorns can be viewed as like boring compared to other signs, but I feel like we all kind of have a social battery. Capricorn's social battery just gets drained a little quicker, basically. But this is how Capricorn turned out. Now let's get into Aquarius. I love Aquarius. One of my other sisters is an Aquarius. So shout out to all my Aquarians out there. It is Aquarius season. Now, I feel like there are two types of Aquarius. You have the soft and sensitive Aquarius, and then you have like the sharp-witted, smart mouth Aquarius. And those are actually the Aquarius that I like. Like, I love meeting an Aquarius that doesn't take nothing from nobody. Like, we're both air signs, Geminis and Aquarius, and so I always kind of find myself relating to an Aquarius in some type of way. Like, I feel like this Aquarius is very mythical, but also kind of rebellious. So I decided to go with the fairy grudge aesthetic. This is a trend that's really popular on TikTok, and according to the definition online, basically Fairycore originated out of the pandemic, with young fashionistas altering into mystical versions of themselves. As a form of escapism, they wanted to rewrite themselves as the main characters from their favorite childhood fairy tales. So basically, I kind of went with like this mythical dress, and as you can see, my theme for the Aquarius was the color blue, for obvious reasons, of course, but I just decided to pair it with like these black boots, and yeah, I really liked how Aquarius turned out. And last but not least, wrapping up this challenge, we have Pisces. This is my rising sign. Now, most Pisces, the typical traits for Pisces would be like, I would say sensitive, but also like very eccentric and artistic. We're very creative. So I decided to go with the art hoe aesthetic for Pisces. And she is just as cute as she wants to look. Like, y'all, I really enjoyed making the Sims this second time around. Like, the first time it was a few Sims that like I wasn't really satisfied with, but this time around I really liked how everyone came out. But yes, our hoe is kind of like, you know, overalls and striped shirts and like thrifted denim mom jeans and things like that. This Sim, I know she has like a Polaroid camera that she carries around. You can definitely find her somewhere drawing. But I really love this aesthetic for Pisces. And y'all, I was actually listening to Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon, so I was really feeling the vibes. Like, I really like this 80s aesthetic. And I even added like the sunflowers. Like, I just really love this aesthetic. I'm definitely gonna like probably start playing around with this look and this style more for my Sims, because she just turned out so good. Like, I love this whole fit from top to bottom. But that really wraps up this challenge. I had a lot of fun coming up with these looks, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But I will see y'all in my next video.